Peace, family. Hey, y'all. Hi. I'm on my way to go see some of my favorite elderly patients, and I have some information to give you all. This title's gonna change. This is what's up, y'all. I wish I'd shout out, but y'all would prefer that I look at the road. Can everyone hear me clearly? I'm driving, but I'm outside, and I figure I still will get enough good reception to holler at y'all. How we doing? Hey. Y'all see I drive like a getaway driver. All right. So usually I would do a video like this on the nonprofit side, which I'm going to start adding information there. But since I have everyone here, I want to go ahead and bring your attention to the description box. I have it linked to the Faith Foundation, which has a YouTube channel. We haven't done much with it as yet because our teaching and our community offerings are usually in person or via Zoom. Okay, so y'all already know, y'all can see that things are quickly forming and expanding. So there will be some changes. So rather than wait for it to be a perfect rollout and PR announcement, doing it like this, okay? Y'all feel me? We are in do it and fix it along the way, because that's the only way to get things really started. All right? No more planning. We're getting into it. So to start the year off, first of all, for those of you who are new to my channel, or for those of you who are not aware that I do have a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to the creatives. So all creative persons who create art, dance, theater, all forms of art, painting, music, architecture, all forms, barbers, beauticians, estheticians, was cosmetologists, all forms of art. Okay, we cater to that population because while there are so many of you, very few of you actually are in a position to fully take care of yourselves at the level of care that you imagine you should be, right? I mean, what's the difference between your art that you're probably giving away for damn near nothing and some of the scribble scrabble that we see that's going for millions of dollars? A lot of times that has to do with your support systems and your relationship to wealth. And creatives, they just naturally are tapped into a frequency that is beyond that of mere muggles. And I want you all to accept that and embrace it. Embrace it so that you start taking the classes necessary and surrounding yourselves but with the necessary support for the way your operation system works. Okay? A lot of y'all cannot sit at anybody's desk from 9 to 5 to wait for someone to cut you a check, which is wise, or how some of you have come into knowing that you had a gift of creating. Like, you thought it was a hobby, and then you realize it's actually your passion, and it has opened up doors for you. So the Faith Foundation is has a lot to do with providing you all the resources, the education, the buildings, the homes, all of that is necessary for you to incorporate your creativity and your spirituality and get to the bag. So that's just like the little short spiel. In the meantime, many of you have signed up for our free financial literacy series, which is the 4-week course. We are having our 3rd week of class this Saturday. And I wanted to make sure you all know that if you have missed the previous classes, that is fine. Why? Because if you email the organization at thefaytree@gmail.com, the Fay, F-A-Y, tree, like a tree sits in a, a bird sits in a tree. There we go. You can request that information. You can request the recordings after you have successfully registered for the rest of the courses. And you want to register for each course so that you get the reminders and any updates that might go out to all participants. Okay, cool. You got that? The classes are going well. Your questions have been really well received. And this week, I'm going to be looking to see who's doing their homework. Now, I find it interesting that a lot of y'all continue to want to open up yourselves to these various secrets. But when it comes to applying things in real life and being able to successfully live multidimensional lives, it's like y'all don't want to do the adulting part, and that has to be taken care of. The adulting part that y'all see and y'all don't see is that things have to get done, operations have to be followed, systems have to be in place so that you have access to the necessary energy to make things pop. Y'all think that living chaotic lives and at the edge of being thrown out of your homes is tapping into a wealth frequency because you lit a candle, and that's just not the case. And the way Saturn just left Pisces and has moved into Aries, you're going to have to embrace the hard part. Not because Saturn hates you, but because Saturn wants to bring into your face the reality of what it takes to get shit off the ground. And y'all see it. I know it looks easy. Having access to these platforms makes a lot of shit look super easy, but it ain't. And me being a daughter of the great Saturnian energy, I love telling y'all it ain't easy. Out of here. It ain't easy. So if you get that out your mind, you'll be willing to actually put in some freaking grease in your knuckles. All right? And dig your feet into the ground. Put some fire under your ass and tell people no when you're working on a particular project and wanting to solidify yourself as a professional. Give y'all an example. So I came out of a very creative family, hence why the Fay Tree Foundation. All of my parents, right? My late mother, my late father, and my late stepfather, all professional musicians. Like Grammy Award winning musicians, not just like, not to put none of y'all down, but understand that there's levels to this. These are people who have absolutely been at the top of the charts. Okay, and that requires a lot of discipline. Now, because of that lifestyle, as a child of it, I am so grateful for those experiences. Also coming out of the performing arts, to have a child of my own who is now a grown man, who is an artist. And I love when he goes, "Mom, I have a dilemma." And the dilemma usually sounds like, well, I have class on Monday, but I've been contacted by an artist who just purchased my music and is doing a music video in New York City on the weekend, the day before, and I have work today. So I'm trying to figure out, what should I do? And my answer is all of it. All of it. You'll go to work, you'll get your check, put your money in your account. You'll schedule your transportation so that you get to your location at an hour that allows you to take a little power nap, put your swag on, show up for the video, book your transportation to get out of there early enough, and late enough. So for the artists, the red eye flights are the ones that save you and allow you to live both your civilian life and your artist life, because most things end as an artist in the wee hours of the night. You work through the night. The nighttime is your thing. Okay? Ask many artists. They're up, they're wired, they're working through the midnight witching hours. Getting up early in the morning for them is more so they're already up, tuned into that divine frequency of creation. So they're getting up for the day. A lot of times, if they had it their way, it wouldn't be before like noon. It'd be like between that 11 to 1 hour. Okay? And so I love having these conversations because, if you're that kind of parent, or you're young enough where this is your choice of lifestyle, and you don't have a parent that understands, who's going to tell you, oh, of course, you've got to go to work and you've got to go to school. That's a no-brainer. That music video is going to have to wait, or you're going to miss that one. Let me be your creative mother in this moment and tell you, you're going to do all of that shit. Okay? You're going to go to work because that's the easiest money that you're making in your life. I don't care who's breathing down your neck. They're breathing down your neck. They've already put together all of the little moving parts that you don't have to even care about. You go collect your money. Okay? Then you're always going to look at the things that you do for your creativity as an investment. If you take a class that has to do with your creativity, it is an investment. If you buy new paintbrushes and it's the best motherfucking paintbrushes, it is an investment. Anyone else who's is not a creative, who has never made money with their creativity, needs to not give you advice, okay? You can tell them to shove it. And that job that you're working, make sure that you use it to pay off your credit card. So we get into real life things. And when I say real life, I don't mean that your spiritual life is not your real life, but for some of you all, you need to hear it this way because you like to be soft on yourselves or find excuses. All right. Obviously, by now we realize that college is not for everyone. But when you have all of the odds set against you, you need to understand that everything that you can use is credible. Like, put it in your pocket and run with it. And do your best to get as much as you can without draining yourselves resource-wise. All right? Does that make sense? It's like I just feel like I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna talk to the rest of y'all a little later when I'm having fun setting up things for Venus. Because happy Friday 13th, my lovelies, and happy early Valentine's Day, because Saturn and Venus have that very interesting relationship that is all about how to play the seen and the unseen and to bring in your victory. It's all about the mystery lanes, the back doors, learning how to navigate the shadow realms and bring your desires to life. It's a lot. It's a lot in there. I love it. I call it the checkerboard relationship. Okay. Without financial literacy classes that are still going to be going on tomorrow morning, make sure you register. The Eventbrite link is in the bio. The link is in the bio on IG. The Fae Tree on IG at the Fae Tree. It's consistent. Okay. At the Fae Tree. And of course, the classes are free, but if you'd like to make a donation to the organization so we can continue to provide resources for the community, please feel free to do so at any amount, large or small, makes a difference and is appreciated. Appreciated. Y'all have any questions? Peace, y'all. Who was in the class last Saturday? Press 1 in the chat if you was in the class last Saturday. If you want a consultation with me, please text me at 202-810-1876. 202-810-1876. Somebody could put my number in the chat. This is if you want a consultation. And I haven't forgotten about my gate walkers. Those of you who want to gate walk, just know that you're going to really need to be ready for some serious work and a very significant financial commitment. You have to be absolutely in the mindset to be a soldier for that. Okay? A complete soldier. I don't care who you think you are. You're a worm when you come into gate walking. You're a maggot. All right. Everybody go ahead over there to the Fae Tree Foundation YouTube channel and on IG. I want to make sure y'all all add it, share it. Because a part of your abundance model is giving. So whatever information you can gather there, any information that you have that you can share. I am in this instance looking towards the community to see if there are any upstanding professionals who are really good at what they do to come into various communities. I am a global citizen. So you never know where the opportunities may take you inside the United States, outside of the United States, to do some work alongside the Fay Tree Foundation. Okay, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of you participate in that regard. Peace, love, and bliss. Like I said, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. We can get into some esoteric stuff. But for now, ta-ta. I'm off to lay my hands and do some healing. All right. Bye.